Hey guys, today we're going to talk about area and perimeter of triangles. Recall that a triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. Well, let's talk about some parts of the triangle. Okay, we have a base. Okay, a base technically could be any side of the triangle. Any side can be a base. Okay. Then we have the altitude or the height. The altitude or height is a perpendicular segment from opposite the chosen base. A perpendicular segment from the vertex opposite the chosen base. That'll make more sense when we look at the picture. Okay, so look at this first one. All right, well, this is the base, and then notice the height. It is from the vertex perpendicular to the opposite base. Okay. This one is the base, and then this is the height. This one looks a little different because it is a right triangle. All right, and then last could look like this. This is the base, and this is the height. The most important thing is that when recognizing what the height of a triangle is, it's got to be perpendicular to the base and go through the opposite vertex. Okay. Well, area of a triangle theorem. The area of a triangle is half the product of the base and its corresponding height. So the formula is 1/2 the base times the height. Or I prefer to remember it as multiply the base times the height, then divide by 2. Then the perimeter of a triangle, simply add all the sides. Let's look at some examples. Example 1 says find each of the indicated measures. Well, the base here is 26 inches. Height is 19 inches. Area, base times height divided by 2. 26 times 19 divided by 2. 26 times 19, divide that by 2, you get 247 square inches. Now the perimeter. Well, for the perimeter, we need to add up all the sides. Well, I don't have all of the sides. I have 2 out of the 3. It is a right triangle, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the third side. I'm going to name it x. 26 squared plus 19 squared would give us x squared. And then 26 squared plus 19 squared gives us 1,037. Take the square root, and you get approximately 32.202. Add that to 19 and 26, and we get a perimeter of 77.202 inches, not square inches, just regular inches. Okay. All right, you guys go ahead and try number 2. So pause the video, do number 2, and then hit play to check your answers. Hit pause now. All right, here's what you should have got for number 2. Base is 13, height is 4 units. Base times height, 13 times 4 divided by 2 is 26 square units for the area. And then in order to find the perimeter, I needed to find this length, the hypotenuse of the piece of the triangle. And I did 4 squared plus 10 squared equals x squared. Gives us 10.77 plus 5 plus 13 gives us a perimeter of 28.77. Okay. So hopefully you got that right. If you did not, then hopefully you realized what you did wrong. All right, let's go to number 3. Okay, notice what kind of triangle it is. This is very, very important. Okay, it is an isosceles triangle. 2 sides are the same. Okay, since it's an isosceles triangle, then the altitude or the height actually bisects the base. So that's 2, so therefore that is also 2. Okay, so then that will give us the base, put those together, of 4 units. Now we need the height. Okay, we do need the height. Well, we need to find the height. I'm going to name it h by using the Pythagorean theorem. 2 squared plus h squared equals 6 squared. Okay, well, that's 4. $36. Take the square root of 32. That'll give us a height of 4 square roots of 2. That's the square root of 16, square root of 2, square root of 16 is 4. So the height is 4 rad 2 units. Now let's find the area. 4 times 4 rad 2 divided by 2. You get 8 rad 2. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 rad 2 square units. And perimeter for this one, pretty easy. 6 plus 6 plus 4, 16 units for the perimeter. All right, let's go to the next page. Okay. All right. Now, with an isosceles triangle, there's another trick. Okay, isosceles right triangle. Okay, well, since these legs are congruent, then these angles are also congruent. Therefore, it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay, so to go from the hypotenuse to leg, divide by rad 2. Okay, so 7 divided by rad 2 is that leg, and 7 divided by rad 2 is that leg. Okay, and we're just going to say the base is approximately 4.95 units. The height is also approximately 4.95 units. Base times height divided by 2 will give me the area. We have an approximate area of 12.25 square units. And then we add those together. 4.95 plus 4.95 plus 7 gives us a perimeter of 16.9 units. 16.9 units. Okay. All right, let's look at example number 5. Okay, well, a little tricky, gotta think. Number 5 is an equilateral triangle. Well, all the sides are 8. So that's 8, and that's 8. So if I make that my base, I'll make that 8 units for the base. Now I need to know what the height is. So I'm going to draw in the height. Since it is isosceles triangle, all angles are 60, so that's 60, and that angle right there is 30 degrees. And much like the isosceles, the height bisects the base, so this will be 4. So to get the height, I need to go short leg to long leg. Okay, well, short to long times rad 3. So the height is 4 rad 3 units. Okay. Now, one of the things that you got to be careful of is don't use the 4 as your base. Your base is 8. So area is base times height divided by 2 8 times 4 rad 3 divided by 2 gives us 16 rad 3 square units for our area. And then perimeter is easy. It's equilateral. 8 plus 8 plus 8, or 8 times 3 is 24 units for the perimeter. Okay. All right. I'm going to stretch it a little bit. I want you to go ahead and do number 6. Go ahead and pause the video now and try it and see if you can get it right. And then hit play when you think you got it. Hit pause now. All right, hopefully you got this right. So this is what we call a composite figure. Two figures made into one. So we have a triangle plus a rectangle. So we'll call it a triangle. Area is base times height divided by 2. Well, the base of my triangle is 12. The height is 3. Divide that by 2. And we get an area of 18. And then a couple of days ago we talked about area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle is length times width. Has a length of 12, a width of 5. That gives us an area of 60. When you have composite figures, you add the two areas together. 60 plus 18 is 78 square units for the area. Okay. All right, I do want you to try the last one. Okay, try the last one. Hit pause and see if you can get the last one. Make sure you read it carefully. Hit pause now. All right, last one. The triangle with area of 46 has a base of 4. So notice we're given the area and the base, and we're asked to find the height. Okay, so you can draw a picture if you want, or simply use the formula. The formula for area is base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to plug in what I know. Well, I know the area is 46. I know the base is 4, but I don't know the height, so I'm going to leave it as h. So I have an equation with exactly one variable that I need to solve for. So let's solve. So I'm going to get rid of my fraction, multiply both sides by 2. Get 92 is 4 times h. Opposite of multiplication is division. Divide by 2. H is 23, so the height is 23 units. Okay. All right, area and perimeter of a triangle. Notice that you do have to remember the Pythagorean theorem and your special right triangles. Okay. Go ahead and get started on your assignment, and I will see you guys tomorrow.